In the heart of ancient Greece, where the mountains kissed the sky and the valleys sang with the whispers of the wind, there stood a sanctuary revered above all others, the Oracle of Delphi. This sacred site, nestled on the slopes of Mount Parnassus, was a place where mortals sought the wisdom of the gods, and none was more esteemed than Apollo, the radiant god of light, music, and prophecy. His presence infused the air with a divine energy, one that inspired artists, philosophers, and seekers of truth alike. Apollo was the embodiment of beauty, his form a perfect blend of strength and grace. Tall and lithe, with golden hair that cascaded like sunlight over his shoulders, he moved with an elegance that captivated all who beheld him. His skin glowed with an ethereal luminescence, a reflection of the sun's rays that he commanded. In his hands, he wielded a lyre, a gift from Hermes, which sang melodies that could soothe the fiercest of storms and inspire the most profound of emotions. The notes that flowed from his instrument were said to echo through the heavens, weaving through the fabric of the universe, connecting the mortal realm with the divine. As the god of music, Apollo was not merely a patron of the arts. He was a master of them. His melodies could summon the muses, those divine inspirations who danced and twirled in the air, bringing forth creativity and brilliance to the minds of poets, musicians, and artists. In the halls of Olympus, he often hosted contests, challenging the other gods to match his skill, but none could rival his enchanting tunes. Even the fiercest of deities found themselves swayed by the beauty of his music, momentarily forgetting their divine rivalries in the face of such artistry. Yet, it was not only in the realm of music that Apollo excelled. He was also the god of prophecy, revered for his ability to see beyond the veil of time. The Oracle of Delphi, his sacred temple, was a place where the boundaries between the mortal and divine blurred. Here, the Pythia, a priestess chosen by Apollo, would enter a trance, her mind opened to the whispers of the god. Seated on a tripod, surrounded by the intoxicating fumes of the earth, she would speak in riddles and verses, delivering prophecies that had the power to alter destinies. People traveled from far and wide to seek Apollo's guidance, their hearts filled with hope and trepidation. Kings and commoners alike climbed the winding paths to Delphi, their offerings in hand, seeking answers to their most pressing questions. What was to become of their lands? Would they triumph in battle? Would love find them, or would they be forever alone? The air was thick with anticipation as the seekers gathered, each one eager to hear the words of the oracle, knowing that Apollo's insight could illuminate the darkest of paths. Among those who sought the oracle was a young woman named Callista. She was a villager from a small town near the foothills of Parnassus, where the sun painted the fields golden and the rivers sparkled like diamonds. Callista was known for her beauty, but it was her spirit that truly shone. She possessed a fierce determination and an insatiable curiosity about the world around her. Yet, despite her vibrant life, she felt a gnawing emptiness within her, a longing for something she could not name. One fateful day, driven by an unexplainable urge, Callista set out on the journey to Delphi. The path was steep and treacherous, winding through rocky outcrops and dense thickets, but she pressed on, her heart beating with a mixture of fear and excitement. As she approached the temple, the air grew thick with the scent of incense and the distant sound of chanting. She could feel the energy of the place pulsing around her, a tangible force that seemed to beckon her closer. Inside the sanctuary, the atmosphere was electric. The flickering flames of the sacred fires cast dancing shadows on the marble walls, and the echoes of prayers filled the air. Callista joined the throng of supplicants, each one clutching their offerings, their faces a tapestry of hope and desperation. When her turn finally came, she stepped forward, her heart racing. The Pythia, draped in flowing robes, sat upon her tripod, her eyes glazed over as she entered a trance. Callista could see the faint flicker of divine light surrounding her, a halo of Apollo's presence. "Great Apollo," Callista began, her voice trembling with reverence, "I seek your wisdom. What is my purpose?" What path should I follow? As the words left her lips, she felt a wave of warmth wash over her, as if the sun itself had wrapped her in its embrace. The Pythia stirred, her voice rising like the wind, carrying with it the weight of prophecy. From the shadows of doubt, a light shall emerge. The music of your heart shall guide you, and the truth you seek lies not in the stars, but within. The words flowed like a river, and Callista felt the truth of them resonate deep within her. The oracle's voice faded, but the warmth remained, filling her with a sense of clarity. As she descended the steps of the temple, Callista felt transformed. The emptiness that had once gnawed at her was now replaced with a burgeoning sense of purpose. She understood that her journey was not merely about seeking answers, it was about discovering herself. Inspired by Apollo's light, she resolved to embrace her passion for music, a talent she had long ignored. She would compose songs that spoke of love, loss, and the beauty of life, sharing her voice with the world. In the weeks that followed, Callista returned to her village, her heart alight with creativity. She poured her soul into her music, crafting melodies that resonated with the struggles and joys of those around her. Her songs became a balm for the weary, a celebration of life's fleeting moments. The villagers gathered to listen, their hearts lifted by the beauty of her art. It was as if Apollo himself had infused her with his divine inspiration, and she felt his presence guiding her every note. As her fame spread, Callista was invited to perform in the grandest halls and festivals across Greece. Her music echoed through the valleys, drawing crowds from near and far. Yet despite her success, she remained humble, always attributing her talent to the blessings of Apollo. She would often return to Delphi, offering thanks to the god who had ignited the spark within her. One day, as she stood before the oracle once more, she felt a familiar warmth envelop her. "Great Apollo," she said, her voice steady, "I have embraced the gift you bestowed upon me, but I seek your guidance once more. How can I use my music to serve others?" The Pythia's eyes sparkled with an ancient wisdom as she replied, "Let your songs be a bridge between worlds. Use your voice to heal, to inspire, and to unite. In your art lies the power to illuminate the hearts of many." With those words, Callista understood her calling. She began to travel to places where sorrow and despair reigned, bringing her music to those who needed it most. In the aftermath of battles, she sang to the grieving, her melodies weaving through the air like a gentle caress. In villages plagued by drought, her songs called forth the rain, reminding the earth of its beauty and abundance. She became a beacon of hope, a living testament to Apollo's light. As the years passed, Callista's legend grew, and she became known as the songstress of Delphi. Her music transcended borders, uniting people from different lands in a shared experience of joy and sorrow. Apollo watched over her, his heart swelling with pride as he saw the impact of her artistry. He had chosen her for a reason, and she had embraced her destiny with grace and determination. Yet, as with all tales woven into the fabric of time, challenges arose. A dark shadow loomed over the land, a tyrant who sought to silence the voices of the people. He believed that music was a threat to his power, a force that could inspire rebellion and unrest. As he tightened his grip on the realm, he issued an edict banning all forms of art, declaring that only his voice would be heard. Callista, undeterred, took to the streets, her heart aflame with defiance. She gathered her fellow musicians, artists, and poets, urging them to stand together against the tyranny that sought to extinguish their light. "We are the voice of the people," she declared, her voice ringing with conviction. "Our art is our strength, and we will not be silenced." Under the cover of night, they organized secret gatherings where songs were sung and stories shared. The spirit of rebellion ignited, and whispers of resistance spread like wildfire. The tyrant's grip began to weaken as the people found solace and strength in Callista's music. They sang of freedom, of hope, and of a future where their voices could be heard. As the movement grew, Apollo felt the stirring of his own heart. He watched from the heavens, his light shining down upon the brave souls who dared to stand against oppression. He knew that the time had come for him to intervene. Descending from Olympus, he appeared before Callista in a vision, his presence radiating warmth and strength. "Fear not, my child," he spoke, his voice like the gentle breeze. "You have inspired many, and your courage shall not go unnoticed. Together we shall reclaim the light." With his guidance, Callista and her fellow artists crafted an anthem that resonated with the very essence of their struggle. It was a song of unity, a melody that called upon the spirits of the earth, the skies, and the hearts of the people. On the day of reckoning, as the tyrant's forces gathered to crush the uprising, Callista stood at the forefront, her heart steady. With Apollo's light shining down upon her, she raised her voice, and the air trembled with the power of her song. The notes soared like arrows, piercing through the darkness, igniting a fire within the hearts of her fellow citizens. As the anthem echoed through the land, the tyrant's forces faltered, their resolve crumbling in the face of such unwavering spirit. The people surged forward, emboldened by the music that filled their souls. They sang as one, their voices rising in defiance, and the tyrant's reign began to unravel. In that moment, Apollo's presence enveloped them all, a radiant light that illuminated the path to freedom. The tyrant, overwhelmed by the power of the people's voices, fled in defeat, leaving behind a legacy of darkness that was swiftly forgotten. The land rejoiced, and Callista emerged as a symbol of hope and resilience. With the tyrant vanquished, the people celebrated their newfound freedom, and Callista's music became a rallying cry for unity and peace. In the years that followed, she continued to share her gift, using her songs to heal the wounds of the past and inspire future generations. Apollo's light shone brightly upon her, a constant reminder of the divine connection that had guided her journey. As the sun set over Delphi, casting a golden hue across the landscape, Callista stood at the temple, her heart overflowing with gratitude. She had embraced her purpose and in doing so had illuminated the lives of countless others. Apollo's legacy lived on through her music, a testament to the power of art to transcend time and space. In the twilight of her years, Callista often reflected on her journey, the trials, the triumphs, and the moments of divine inspiration. She had learned that the light of Apollo was not just a gift bestowed upon her, it was a flame that resided within every soul, waiting to be ignited. And as she sang her final song under the watchful gaze of the stars, she knew that the spirit of Apollo would forever guide her, a beacon of light in the tapestry of existence. Thus, the tale of Apollo and Callista became a cherished legend, a reminder of the beauty of music, the strength of the human spirit, and the enduring power of prophecy. In the sacred halls of Delphi, the echoes of their stories intertwined, a harmonious symphony that resonated through the ages, inspiring generations to seek their own light and embrace the artistry that lay within.